You're looking at live images of a mass burial that's being taking place in Ondo State for the tragic, horrific massacre in that church. Let's take a listen to the proceedings.
That they who belong to the Son, within the Holy Savior, remind me of the church, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Through Christ our Lord. In him the hope of death, resurrection, and dawn, that those sacrificed of dying are consoled by the promise of immortality to come. Indeed, for your faithful Lord, life is changed, not endless, and when this earthly dwelling turns to dust, and eternal dwelling is made ready for them in heaven. And so angels and archangels, the thrones and dominions, with all the hosts and powers of heaven, receive him of your glory, and tell them their king.
All right, once again, these are live images from Owo in Ondo State, southwestern Nigeria. Mass burial for the victims of the tragic, horrific shooting that took place in that church.
His grace, most perfect liver making and becoming the Archbishop of Ibadan Archdiocese. Thank you, Your Grace, for certain celebrate these months. We recognize also His Grace, Most Reverend Alfred and Diwali Martin, the Archbishop of Lagos and Diocese. We also recognize Most Reverend Phyllis and the High Bishop of the Diocese. We recognize also Most Reverend John Udijola, Bishop of Oshobo Diocese. Also recognize Most Reverend Matthew Masakuda, the Bishop of Oshobo Diocese. Recognize also Most Reverend Manuel Bandido, the holiest of today, the Bishop of your Diocese. Recognize also the amazing Most Reverend Francis of Anthony and Bishop of the Holy Diocese. Recognize also the Most Reverend Peter of Ensolio, Bishop of Abeokuta Diocese. Last but not least, we recognize also the representatives of bishops from various dioceses in Nigeria. Welcome you all, and thank you for presenting this occasion today.
Welcome back to Newsday on Arise News. We are now live. The worshipers at the St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, southeast western Nigeria, were celebrating Pentecost earlier this month when suddenly a group of armed men who had been hiding amongst the congregation opened fire, killing 40 people, including 4 children. Let's cross live now to Owo, Ondo State, where a mass burial is being held for some of those killed, who included many breadwinners of their families.
All agree that there is no value that is more befitting than this. It is because God has a part in giving our beloved ones this befitting mass, this regular mass is a befitting one for them. We have just 22 in this hall. A few of them have been buried because the relatives will not wait until today. But at the last count, these animals who came to St. Francis Church murdered 40 people. I will still have over 70 in the hospital. Some have been discharged. What is your government going to say in defense? Nothing. I am here before you to accept a failure of security. We are afraid. We are afraid. We are afraid to defend these people. Not because we are not happy, but because the forces on the other side, they are evil. And they are support. A few times, these forces of evil will travel over us, but that cannot happen forever. It will not be forever. That's why I will ask God to speak with me. Shall this Jésù rere ó dìde láyé ó borí ikú àti ọ̀run àpáàdé àwa fẹ́ràn rẹ̀ fún wa lágbára láti dúró nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ mímọ́. That is all we're asking Jesus Christ to give us. The strength. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè fún alágbára. All the families, the members of families that have been affected that are here, I said my condolences. Yes, we are online. It is not here that we'll now be talking about the failings of government. It is not here. I think it will have just been enough for me to come up and adopt the homily of our homilist. You have said it all. It's so clear to me. Yes, you preach to us to forgive, but you made us also to understand that our Christian faith is not to subdue us. It's not for us to say we will just throw our hands up and be murdered and maimed and killed like this. It is not what our faith is preaching. It is not. So, God is the only one that can still give us the strength. We are talking on another platform where we are condemning this act in very strong terms, in which we are making a point that something has to be done in this country. The homilist made reference also to security agencies. And he said to us in that conclusion of that part of the homily that what are we doing in this country? What are we doing? It's not unfortunate. One of the victims is a policeman. Now, you have draped his coffin with the flag of the Nigerian police. He's here. All of you can see it. You can see his boot. Should he lose his life now in a senseless manner like this? It's not that it's more important than others, but it's a policeman. So security architecture of this country needs rejigging. Something has to be done. But we are not here for that. We will make that campaign somewhere else. We are here today for this service, the last service for those who are killed mindlessly on June 5, 2022 at St. Francis, Owalua, Owo. That is what we are here for. May the good Lord, He is the only one that can console the families. May He give you the fortitude to bear this loss. I said, may God give the families the fortitude to bear this loss. And as I just conclude, may the souls about these 40 people that have gone in this mindless killing, may their soul and the souls of all the faithful that have departed continue to rest in peace. So I'll only end with this. Àwa ṣàròjò, àwa sọkún, àwọn tó rajò, àrèmábọ̀, wọ́n lọ́nú ìtẹ́ ògo. Àwa ṣàròjò, àwa sunkún. àwọn tó rajò àrèmábọ̀ wọ́n lọ́nú ìtẹ́ ògo wọ́n lọ́nú ìtẹ́ ó di kíra 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 wọ́n ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ Olúwa wọ́n lọ́nú ìtẹ́ ògo tẹ́ bá ń ṣàròjò tẹ́ bá sùn.
Let us put our hands together again for the governor as we thank him for those touching words, those deep words. Ọba Ìdùmarè a máa dì yín mú fún wa o. I now have the privilege and honor of inviting the shepherd of this diocese of Ondo, Most Reverend Jude Ayodeji Arogundade, for the final remarks.
Well, I don't wish to take much of your time, and I don't wish to make anyone feel that you are guilty in any way. And Mr. Governor, sir, no, you didn't fail. You are a strong soldier. Your determination to protect those who voted you to power is unquestionable. You are a strong man. You didn't fail. This was done by cowards. You know cowards? They will hide in the bush and throw stone and run away. They cannot confront people. And that is what they have done. So you don't have to feel guilty at all. You have tried your best, and may God bless you. Those who did this, well, probably Nigeria is getting used to it now. And very soon you will see the world power reacting. Because this went to all nooks and corners of the whole world. They saw the evil that some people can do in this country. We are not used to this, and no one can be used to this. This afternoon, we have the privilege to have among us one of those who have been in the forefront, fighting, talking, even putting his life at a risk about how to defend the citizens of this country. Most Reverend Dr. Hassan Kuka, please stand up. You need to teach me how to deal with this. You know, he was the first person I called. And I asked, how do you deal with this kind of thing? Because we are not used to it yet. Just that Bishop Kuka spoke that a young girl who had everything in life before her was stoned to death, and that it was not proper for anyone to do it. People almost attacked his house. These are the living matters of this country. And you know, I don't want to be, I have spoken clearly to the whole world and to this nation. But what does it take for every state to have state police to be able to prevent this? Why do we have to beg? Why do we have to kneel down to beg anybody for state police, for goodness sake? I don't know, but I'm asking this question because for all these years, for goodness sake, so those who created the situation to make this happen, look, you have bloods in your hands. I know some of them are used to blood, but we are not used to it here. When I was speaking to some of the legislators around the world on this matter, because they made me to speak to them on this matter, they are even thinking of saying that genocide is going on in Nigeria. If this is not genocide, I don't know what genocide is. I know they have promised us, we will find the killers, we will do this, all these empty promises. What is this? Why are people have no shame? This country, you don't have shame anymore. You just talk. You don't match your talk with words. So my dear brothers and sisters, you didn't fail. Your country failed you, of course. And we know the leaders that failed us. And we continue to hold them accountable. This will not go away. Thank you, my dear governor, for accepting to designate a memorial park in honor of these people. Generation upon generation, our great grandchildren will rise up and say our fathers they stood tall, they worked hard to make sure that they won't have something as basic as state police. So basic. Other parts of the world, they have state police, they have local government police, they have village police. Village police. But in this country, we have to kneel down and beg. You have to claim your country back. Please. You have to claim this country back from those who are destroying it. I beg you in the name of God, let us work hard to claim this country back. Whoever did this, I beg you, they may be listening wherever you are. Tell us what is your anger. Please tell us. If we know what your anger is, we will address it. This is not the way to address your anger. If you think that Mr. Governor is protecting his people too much, tell us. We will ask you, how do you want him to protect his people? And let us listen to you. Why do you even have to come to the church? I know our church is not new to matters. This is not new. But the soldiers of Christ, that is why the entrance song, that song that we sang, when we were coming in, stand up for Jesus. That song invites all of us to stand tall. We are not diminished by this at all. But this renews our resolve. This, the death of our brothers and sisters, renew our resolve to stand tall, to be strong, and to work for the liberation of this country. By this, you have just given us a mission. And that mission is to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So may God help us, and may the power of God continue to be with us. I've said I won't take your time, but there are so many things to say. Those of you who are here today, but ṣùgbọ́n Yorùbá sọ wípé kójú má rí bí. Ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé gbogbo ara yín, you have not put this to use. Oògùn kan tá ò tí lò ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, oògùn kan tá ò tí lò ní pé a ò tí fi gbogbo ara ṣe, defend ara wa o. But the war they are fighting is not won this way. Those of you who know the history of the world, nobody wins any war this way. The war we are fighting is not the one you can win with AK-47. This war is only won by good education, commitment to the ideas that we stand for, honor, dignity, integrity. Your children are beautiful, they are strong, they work hard, they work tall, they compete with some of the best in the world. That is how to win this war. It's not won by AK-47. So please, if you are angry, if you are so angry that you don't know what to do, send your children to school, support them, and make them great. Then you will win this war. You don't win it by this. This is nonsense. It doesn't. What is there to gain by this? What is there to gain by this? And I think that is what we have been saying all along. Those of you who have been reading the writings of Bishop Hassan Kuka and some of us, we know that this is what we have been saying all along. That the kind of war we are fighting in Nigeria is not won by manipulation, it's not won by domination. You want to come to Yoruba land and dominate us? It is not possible. You can't even dominate us by gun. Because we will dominate you by our goodness, by the brightness of our children, by the strength of our character, and by the resolve that we have in us, the resolve to be good. So I beg you, federal government, Nigerian federal government, Papa, you shame us. We are not proud of you. May God help us.
We thank our Lord Bishop for those deep words too, well pulled from the depths of the heart. May God console all of us. I humbly invite Archbishop Adewale Martin for the final commendation.
My dear brothers, my dear sisters, let us pray with confidence to God, who gives the life to all things, and will raise up these to the perfection and says before, to be at peace with God our Father.
You're watching the live coverage of the mass burial taking place in Ondo State, where Governor Rotimi Akeredolu addressed congregants gathered for the mass burial of those who died at the St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo. He prayed to God for strength to those who mourn and encouraged Christians to keep the faith. He also called on the federal government to rejig the security architecture of the country, saying Nigerians should not be killed senselessly in their country.